Hello everyone, welcome back to my new tutorial. In this video I will show you how to create this beautiful luminous light and the bokeh effect. If you're my Patreon member, here's your exclusive Patreon tutorial, and if you would like to become one, check the link in the description. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. I'm using 100% cotton paper. It's very important to use good quality paper, especially if you're working with the light. And I'm using large round brush. So I'm just evenly gonna wet the paper. And this is 5x7 size, by the way. You can create beautiful holiday cards. So when it's evenly wet, I'm starting with yellows. Right in the center, and I will add some brighter orange. And this is the first layer. More orange. And even brighter yellow, and it's gonna show through the darker night sky. And now I'm gonna let it dry completely. So when your first layer is completely dry, you take a large brush again and wet down paper with just clean water. Very gently, not rubbing paper too hard. And make sure that your paper is evenly wet. You don't have any dry spots anywhere. And now I'm gonna start painting the second layer. And the edges will be darker. I'm using indigo. So going kinda in the oval shape and going pretty fast. So it's gradually gonna get lighter towards the center. So I'm gonna go with deeper indigo. And we'll add some of ultramarine blue to add more interest to the sky. And darker again at the edges, at the corners. So this is where my horizon line will start. And okay, probably a little more because it's gonna get a lot lighter when it's dry. And now I'm gonna wait a few minutes until my paper is damp. I waited about 5 minutes until the paper gets more damp instead of wet. Now I'm taking the tissue paper wrapping it around my thumb and gonna do the stamping. So here's the first bokeh circle. Okay, I'm going with the pinky now. Wrapping around pinky and creating another one next to. So you can use all of your fingers and do that lifting. And the color, the yellow and orange color, is showing through when you lift your darker pigment. So you can even circle, like draw a circle with your finger. And the reason I'm using tissue or toilet paper, because it has fine texture compared to paper towel. There you go, you can use thumb. And this is actually very relaxing. Okay, going around thumb and just stamping and lifting. And you can see the yellows and oranges. I mean, yellow and orange layer showing through. So make them smaller, larger, using different fingers. Can overlap some of them. Okay, now the paper is still damp. I'm gonna go with dark indigo, rich consistency, and my number 8, and start painting the pine trees. I would like to have some more loose and some more detailed. So while the paper is still damp, you can get that nice and loose effect, kind of faded tree. And if your paper is already dry, you're gonna have more detailed. Okay, I'm gonna make the main one right here. So I'm just going to the left and right, just wiggle, and getting whiter at the bottom of the tree, leaving some white. So easy and so fun. There you go, it's faded at the bottom. So we can add another shade of blue. This was pure indigo. I'm gonna go with some ultramarine and just tap in some brighter ultramarine shade. And keep the bottom darker, so the bottom should be indigo. If it's Payne's Gray, use Payne's Gray for your darkest. I'm gonna go and dilute a little bit of this blue and paint some in the back more faded so we create more depth. So we have some lighter and darker trees. So the lighter will show it's in the distance, and they also gonna be smaller. Doing same exact thing, just going to the left and right. You see how lighter and smaller in the back trees that I'm painting? This is how you create the depth in your art. And the front wall and the front one will be more detailed and more darker. And you guys decide how many trees you want. I think I'm gonna add probably another one right here, kind of half of it, maybe smaller. Can probably make this one. I don't want to add any more trees, I just want to keep it as is, just make it more brighter. Darker in the front. And I will splatter some snow with white gouache. So I can add some textures here and there. And super easy and fun. So I'm gonna try to, it looks a little off. Okay, I need to fix this side. Left. And this is it. Now we'll take white gouache, and before the painting is dry, I would like to have some splatters. So I'm taking white gouache, thick, rich. I'm just gonna splatter. And it's gonna be more loose on the trees because the paper is still wet and damp. But it looks so magical, so pretty. So I can go with your brush and just maybe paint some of the larger snows. You can also go with larger brush, and it's gonna create more splatters. They're larger splatters. I think I will go with some silver. So you can also have fun with your metallic. So this time I'm not gonna use gold. I will use a little bit of the silver watercolor and add some extra magic and sparkle. So you can go on top of your bouquet a little bit. But it's totally up to you guys. If you would like to add some sparkle into your painting, do so. And it will make really beautiful Christmas card. Can add bokeh circle right here with silver. And can splatter some silver as well. And now I'm gonna wait for this to dry completely and add some highlights on the trees. So my painting is dry now, but I would like to add a couple of bokeh circles. So I'm cleaning. I take my wet brush, can dab off paper towel a little bit so it's not too wet, and just decide where you want to add more bokeh. Taking tissue again and lifting. Maybe right here, a little bit smaller. Taking tissue and lifting. And I will make one large one right here in the front. So it's so easy to lift watercolor. Or just water. There you go. And I'm very happy with everything. All I want to do now, just add some elements with white gouache. I have white gouache here straight from the tube. And we'll add a few highlights on the trees for the snow. I'm not gonna touch the ones in the back. I just want a couple of highlights right here in the front, just mainly on this large tree. And that's about it. Let me guys, what do you think? If you ever try the bokeh technique. And what do you think about the light in the back? It looks like it's could be a fire in the back, in the middle of the forest. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Gonna give it a try. And I really appreciate all your likes and comments. And I'll see you soon in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to check out my other Christmas and holiday videos. And you may want to check out my Patreon for exclusive tutorials, extended videos, traceable downloads. And if you need details about supplies, check the link in the description. Thank you again so much for watching.